Hi, this is Mike Holt, and I would like to show you some scenes, what it's like as we start out in Yellowstone on a given morning. It's very beautiful, some of the most gorgeous sunrises that you will ever see, and we're always full of anticipation. Well, good morning again, my friends. Right now, we're looking at a carcass. It's pretty far away, but I think you can actually see the wolves moving over it. Right, I'll kind of make this in the center of the screen now. These are the days that we live for out here. It's pretty cold, nothing we can't handle. And my hands are freezing, but that's all right. When I see the wolves, when I see those brothers and sisters of mine out there, I cannot tell you how exhilarating it is. We are just, my photographer friends and I are just having a time of our lives. It's dead calm, and the sun's out, and I would say it's probably about 15 or 20 degrees, but who cares, right? Hope you can see what's going on here. I'll leave it on for just a little while. It's a wonderful, wonderful morning, and finally, after 7 days, actually 8 days, 1 week and 1 day, I finally found them again. And with using my big lens on my big tripod, and my bigger camera, you will see them much better than this. But I wanted to let you know there's some running around right now. And here's another one. And he jumped for some reason. I don't know if he was scaring away the ravens or what. Well, this is Mike Holt. Have a good day, my friends. And I'm back at my studio again, and I wanted to show you such an extraordinary scenario with the Junction pack here. They had taken a buffalo earlier in the morning, and they were feasting, just having a great time feasting and going up the hill, sleeping it off, coming back down the hill, and some of them I saw were eating first, second, and third helpings as much as they possibly could. Now, in a situation like this, I have seen many animals fight or posture or show their teeth, but these wolves are not like that. Another unusual aspect to this scenario is if you look at the gray wolves, like you can see right here, they politely wait their turn. The black wolves seem to dominate what's going on with the carcass. And I have noticed, as you can see here, that the Junction pack seems to have an etiquette, and they seem to respect each other. They seem to not fight. You can tell they're very relaxed. They're not fighting. They're not growling at each other, not showing each other their teeth, which you would normally expect to see in a situation like this. But the Junctions were very calm, very quiet, and I think that's just their way of celebrating the meal that they're getting and celebrating each other. And now I will show you some scenes for what we did and what I was doing before we actually had this encounter. We had waited 7 days, actually 8 days, to see the wolves here. We did not see them at all, and the wolves can be very elusive. But that's just part of being in Yellowstone, especially when you're trying to take pictures or video of them. You're looking at the Lamar Canyon now, and it is one of my favorite places in the park. Not only because I see lots of wildlife there, I've seen every possible animal you could imagine that is indigenous to the area. And it's just a beautiful place. It changes with the seasons, turns into whitewater rapids in the summer, and almost frozen over in the winter. Very few times does it actually freeze over. But it's just a pretty place, and it's where I would like to get more pictures. Now, when traveling through the area, we always seem to run into a situation like this. And as you look at those buffalo, as they're looking at us, I don't think they're going to be moving anytime soon. But as you could see, they eventually did start to move, and I like watching them anyway. Next up, I want to take you back to the carcass site, where we did finally find the wolves, and now we have a big buffalo that wandered right into the middle of a pack of wolves. There were not too many early on right here, but later you will see many wolves around him. He was what we think were paying his respects to his fallen family member. Now he's chasing a wolf right here, which I enlarged so you can see it better. And the wolves just basically ignored him. They did look, they gave him a few stares and some inquisitive looks, like they did not understand why he would dare to come into a pack of wolves like that. But they never made a single aggressive move towards him, although he did chase a few of them around. He was not happy about them taking out his family member, and I totally sympathized. Wow, there was a little break in the action here. I finally got my big camera and big lens out, and the next scenes you will see, they will be much enlarged. And he is still there. The wolves are still looking at him like they really don't understand why he's still there. And he even stops to graze on some grass every now and then. So it is really an unusual and touching scenario where the wolf and the buffalo actually do respect each other. And it makes you wonder how much they really know and understand about that situation. Finally, the wolves got their fill, and they went up to the top of the hill here, where they celebrated, just as I've seen them do before, and just as you saw them in another video before. They are celebrating. They're happy, and they're not fighting. They're not wrestling around with each other. The buffalo wandered off, and I didn't see him back at the carcass again, although I did see some coyotes back there. And all the other animals that get fed from a carcass, which ultimately the wolves and the bears in Yellowstone are responsible for. My friends, I appreciate you being here, and I thank you very much for your subscriptions, your likes, and your comments. This is Mike Holt.